that Larry put his resignation in. But again, we're forever indebted to him. And it was just about a year ago that this board and community unanimously at town meeting named the pro shop at the Hillview for Larry. So a fitting tribute. And again, his services have been greatly appreciated and acknowledged. And again, we wish him good health and peace.
Thank you, Steve. I'm just going to make a comment not to extend the conversation because it deserves more, but I served with Larry on the Hillview Commission for a number of years. When you talk about Larry being the treasurer, I always look at the commission as a business, and that the position that Larry held was as chief financial officer. And every business needs a good financial person running it. And the Hillview, unlike a lot of our other committees, is a business. With that, I think you've made that point. The one thing about Larry was, and he's a good financial guy, was when the members wanted to do something, and many times there are lots of ideas and lots of ways of spending money. You know, Larry knew when to say no, and he knew when to say, we can go forward with this project. So
He was a little forceful with his no's, too. He didn't equivocate much.
always sat at the end of the table, you know, so he could look everybody. Anyway, Larry will be missed, and his shoes will be hard to fill. With that,
So again, Mr. Chairman, I would, again, offer a suggestion that we, move forward.
with the joint,
With
by
the
the way, this has to be a joint appointment.
Has to be a
for
joint
the-
appointment if we're going to fill it,
Fill the seat,
if we're going to fill the seat.
and in December, reappointment
Is
would
just the
be
board.
just the board.
Yeah.
Everybody understand that? Which is a little strange, because it's different than typical appointments would be, because normally the joint appointments are related to elected boards.
If you recall, when the commission was originally set up, there was questions as to whether I was going to be appointed board, elected board. We opted for the,
That was a compromise, I think.
and, yeah, that was part of the compromise as far as filling vacancies for unexpired terms.
Okay, with that, and we may want to come back to that at the end of the
Yeah, we'll
meeting.
come back to that. Thank you.
We have, I'm going to open the hearing on street acceptances, and the first one on the agenda is Agatha Way, and I see our members of the CPC are here. So, Chris? We were just handed some information.
Yeah,
Information.
more information on it. So I drove by that street this morning, and the developer has not yet put the bounds, granite bounds are sitting in the cul-de-sac. And his,
We're getting close to, we're getting close to it.
they've been sitting there for over a week, I understand. They were there last week, so they haven't put them in yet. We don't have plans yet that we can sign. The engineer is, he's just waiting to get out there. He wants to get off that development too. So I think we're gonna take some avenues tomorrow night and our meeting. Resolve this so it's complete. We're looking at taking some bonds. Might be this one. It's just two little things to do. A street sign and a half a dozen bounds, maybe 10, I don't know. And that's the definition of roadways, so people know what lot lines are and how the cul-de-sac runs. And get them put on the plans and it's done.
So I know the last time you were here, there was discussion about letters that had to be sent.
Yes,
Have those been sent? All right,
yes,
they have.
they were sent the next day or the day after we had the meeting.
Can one of the two of you explain the cost estimates on this particular roadway?
Just you
Is
looking
it
at
Agatha
today's
Way?
Yes,
Yeah, I don't think it's changed, those cost estimates.
September 22, well,
Right, yeah.
yeah, that's
Both those things, the cost estimate to do those things is $12,000? What's it,
No, if you
Didn't
look
quite-
down on the second page, a lot of it, like 6,000 of it is just the street acceptance, the stone bound to 4200.
Flip it over, Sean.
Roadway maintenance, the ASBIL plans, the street sign is 150. And they just haven't asked for a release. We're holding 19,000. These other items are complete, or most of them are complete, but they haven't asked for a release.
so most of these items are complete even though they have a cost
Front
estimate?
sheet.
Even though they have a cost estimate, that's just to make sure we.
Oh, okay.
We're still holding that money
The
for
bond-
these items because they haven't
Haven't
asked for release.
Yeah. Alright.
So we don't move the money around.
Okay.
We don't take it from, asphalt to trees. We keep it where it was originally
Understood.
specified, so that we have we don't lose the money for that item.
The total bond you're holding is 19,000, is that?
19,000 and change.
Thank you.
And they haven't completed 4,300 in work. Right.
No, more like, almost 6,500. That would be the second
Everything's
sheet.
under section 4?
It's on the second sheet, yeah, it's the street sign, but section 4 is your street acceptance, that's all that needs to be done there.
Okay.
And plus the street sign, that should have been up a long time ago. We've been fighting with them.
So all of section
6
4,
months on that.
sections 3 and 4 have to be completed.
Right, so that's where that 6,000,
So I take it you'll be making a recommendation at town meeting?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so you don't necessarily want us, I mean, you sound pretty confident that you're going to get what needs to be done completed, one way or the other,
One way or the other,
one way or the other.
yeah.
So-
We're gonna start sending notices out to some of these people. We have a minimum amount of time.
It'd be
Yeah.
good if we could take care of it now.
Yeah, so, would you suggest that we take care of this one now? I mean, I might not be so lenient on some of the other ones here, but on this one here, because again, there's certainly substantial funds available to complete it. And should you decide to take the bond money and get it done, it'll be done before the snow flies?
We have to give them, we gave them the first notice of 14 days, and we have to give them another minimum of 30. They haven't replied to us, so now the 30-day clock will start once the 14-day clock stops. So, yeah, to get this done, it's a street sign and stone bounds, there's plenty of time.
The only thing that would hold us up is an early frost.
Yeah, and Dick said he was committed to getting stuff done if he had to do it.
What's the Farmer's Almanac say for,
I don't know, I don't trust.
does it look good?
This year.
So, I mean, this one here, just,
This one is.
this one's pretty
it's
street,
not
this is,
difficult to finish. That's-
and it's not impacting abutters, it's not impacting anybody else.
The street sign is the biggest thing.
It's the
impacting
street sign,
the
right, the street sign, and then put the bounds in.
Right.
So, would you be recommending that we accept the layout on this one
Tonight.
tonight?
We don't have layout for you to accept.
We don't have a
Without the
plan.
bounds, I don't have layout.
Right.
No plan.
No
Okay.
plan.
No plan.
Next.
Next.
I mean, I have the original development plans, but I don't have the plans that you can sign.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay.
So
To be
let-
continued.
let's talk about logistics with, our next meeting is town meeting.
Right,
We're meeting at 6 o'clock.
right.
And we try to have a minimal agenda, just to deal with issues directly related with town meeting. And,
They're not returning the engineer's phone calls, they're not returning my phone calls. My gut feeling is that they're not going to.
Send them the bill for the streetlights.
I think this one's
I
gonna go
think
to,
this one's we're gonna have to
You
see.
take the
if you allow it to the next
That'll
time.
get their
we'll
attention.
change it.
Send them the bill for the
I don't normally do
streetlights.
it then, but it gets to get out to the state and stuff.
yeah,
Time
no,
for-
I think we
We'll
want to
have,
be in a fast track to get these streets accepted,
right,
but not so fast that we're exposing ourselves to,
exactly.
Financial liability.
That's my feeling. That's my feeling. I'm still here to try to protect us. This was kind of, the subdivision was kind of a interesting one because it was taken by foreclosure. And we had issues with these guys from the get-go. So,
Is there any way that, I mean, at this particular point in time, we're maintaining the street?
yeah, as soon as one house is sold on that street, we basically maintain the street. You got your trash, your recycling goes down the street, and they plow it. Or we plow it, I should say. as soon as the town truck goes down there the first time, they stop plowing.
Right.
You know, so some of the guys are good and they actually do plow their streets. And they'll actually, if the town truck gets there first and he does it, but he'll come back, those guys come back and clean it up. So, cause our drivers just, they wanna make sure that people get in and out of the roads.
Can we entice these guys to get this done by town meeting so that we can get this one off the books? Just by saying that, you know, it's not our intention to plow the street or pay for the lights and they're gonna be getting a bill? You know, go put the stuff in and finish it up?
Well, they are paying for the lights, if the light is on, they're paying for it.
Are you sure?
They're paying for that. If that one light is on, maybe it's two, I'm not sure, in that street, it's kinda short.
Tell them they're gonna be responsible for plowing, because otherwise, next meeting's April town meeting, tell them.
He was here for the last meeting with the select.
Yeah.
He said he was gonna get it done,
Yeah. Sorry with that.
so, you know.
So-
That's you guys directly, so you know, you can't trust them.
What are the wishes of the board at this point?
Well, I don't think we have much choice at this point.
We have
nothing
Other
signed.
than, I don't know if we have to continue the hearing or close the public hearing, and, I don't know.
We continue right till,
We can continue it till,
We're gonna need input from-
Monday. Okay. And then
no, let's see, if this is the only item
Right.
that we end up having to
we may have to
consider.
close it before town meeting.
All right, so we wanna move to continue the public hearing until, what is it, Monday, October what? October 4th at 6:05,
6:05.
6:05
Second.
PM?
Motion by Mr. O'Leary, seconded by Mr. Delaney. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
All right.
Chris, as a matter of town meeting logistics, I'm assuming that the CPC is gonna present the street acceptance articles and the bylaw articles.
we normally do.
Okay.
We get.
Yeah, you'll get them from Greg.
Greg has the paperwork and we present
I
it.
just wanna make sure that that's clear.
Here, just on,
Okay.
right on cue.
Who's that?
If your McIntyre is next up.
It is.
This one is on McIntyre Woods subdivision.
It broke first one two.
It's broken into two pieces.
Right, okay.
Okay. So on the Woods subdivision,
At the last meeting on this, we had the issue come up about whether there was a pre-existing or post-existing drainage issue, down at the end of the subdivision along the right-hand side. And I had indicated that maybe the best way to look into it was utilize our independent, engineer, which this is him, Dave Giangrande from Design Consultants. He has put together a little board explaining an overall, and then he did a pre and post comparative analysis of the drainage out there.
okay?
Was this for the woods or?
No, this is.
That's for the crossing.
That's for
right?
crossing. Tarbox Lane is on crossing.
The way we got it scheduled is the Woods
The woods is
first.
Jacob Rayner Lane and Samuel Phelps Way.
You got some new numbers on those?
I don't think there are any issues there. We're working on the punch list items and we expect to get them done before.
Yeah, how's your schedule coming, George?
Good, I mean, we would expect to have everything done by the end of the week.
George, Gallagher, he's the, project manager for Habitat. And they have been working on their site,
Yeah, go by. It'll work.
10 roadways complete, and, so, if the ladies want to do that, New Campbellton has also been done, and Marblehead Street has been, overlaid and repaired. Yeah, the woods had minimal.
Right, as I recall. Steve, did you have any issues with that?
Heidi, have you been
Punch
on
list,
site,
as I
or
recall.
Chris, or